Good morning, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So I don't have a whole lot of time to make this video, but I wanted to share some articles with you that I found. So a few weeks ago, there was a big run on cash. People were pulling their cash out of the bank accounts, and New York was reporting some of these banks that were running out of $100 bills. Now, up in New York, where they have a lot more money, people were pulling out tens of thousands of dollars, and the banks just simply didn't have enough cash to supply everybody with this money. But they're not the only ones. I've heard of a lot of people who were pulling their money out of the banks. They're worried about bank failures. Then the FDIC came out and said, hey, listen, there's a bunch of scammers out there trying to perpetrate a rumor that the banks are going to be running out of cash. There's no reason to be following these rumors. Then the FDIC came out again with another statement saying that you shouldn't be, and it's not really the FDIC. I think it was somebody who worked, I think it was this McWilliams lady who works for the FDIC, who was basically warning that people shouldn't be putting mattress money away. Don't take your cash out and stuff it under the mattress or carry big wads of money around with you, because it's much safer in the bank than it is in your own possession. Then we had a bank failure, right? Now, it is only one bank, and most people, it's not going to be a big deal because the FDIC insures up to $250,000, and if you're anything like me, that's about 100 times more than what you have in the bank. So all these stories together really led me up to something to think about, because really it's not so much like the depositor's money, because like I said, that's FDIC insured. But the FDIC obviously cannot insure every single bank out there. And if we have a lot of bank failures, not just one, but a lot of them, the FDIC themselves can run out of, basically go bankrupt and not be able to, fulfill the needs of all these bank depositors' money if they lose it all. But that's not the big deal. The big deal is that there's notes, these mortgage calls that could happen. So when a bank fails and that bank gets taken over by another bank, everybody, and I don't know if you know this, but everybody, when you sign your mortgage to get a house, there is a clause in there that says that any given time they can call in that mortgage saying that you owe all the money right now. And they'll give you like 3 months to come up with all the money that you need in order to pay off that note, or else they can repossess the house. So a lot of people don't realize that when they take out a mortgage, is that at any given time they can call in that note. But even more strange is what I got to thinking about is like, well, why is it that the Treasury, when it comes to the stimulus, is giving out the stimulus to people who are having their money directly deposited into the bank? Do you ever think about that? And that everybody who's getting a paper check has to wait weeks or even months before they'll be able to get theirs? Is this to reliquidate, to get that cash deposits back up in the bank accounts because people have been drawing out all this cash? And you think about it, like they have shut down pretty much every lobby in every bank across the entire nation. Now, I'm sure some banks are probably still open, but like everybody I know has to use like virtual tellers or the ATM or online banking or something, but they can no longer go in and talk to the cashier right in the lobby. They just shut down all the lobbies, and they say it's because of this virus and spreading a disease. So this is something that I thought about, and I'll leave links down in all the description for you guys, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. So yeah, the FDIC, basically saying that they're warning that there are scammers out there. Then they warn you not to take the cash out of the bank. And then we had a bank failure. We have the Treasury putting, money directly into the bank accounts. It leads me to believe that these banks are running low on cash. And there is a liquidity problem running across the world right now. And not to mention that there's another article that I'm going to leave down in the description for you guys that talks about how there could possibly be a bunch of bank failures worse than the 2008 financial crisis. So I got all those articles that I'll leave down there in the description for you guys. I would love to hear your opinion about it. Uneducated Economist, you guys let me know.